Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Brandy, and I've been wanting to sit down and make this video for a while now, but the last few months have been interesting. Let the truth be revealed. Yeah, that was my husband. And that kind of leads me into the first bit of news I wanted to share with you guys. We're pregnant. Yeah, this will be our second kid, and we wanted to wait to announce it until we knew the gender, so we're gonna have a little baby girl. Honestly, that's kind of the main reason why I haven't made a video in a few months. It's because when it's something that I'm super excited about, I just can't keep my mouth shut. So I kind of avoided social media until we announced it. But I'm back, and now I want to talk to you all about something that I've been wanting to discuss for a while now. I honestly feel like I'm making an apology video or should be guilty about something because I quit my job. I honestly really loved my job, and I'm one of those people that I have issues sticking with a job unless I absolutely love it. And that was like the place for me, it felt like, because I was there for about a year and a half. But it got to the point where it started to feel like my coworkers and I were being taken advantage of by the company. I still love the part of the job where I got to help people find the products they needed or help them reach their hair goals and stuff like that. And I really miss being able to help people. But it's really hard to go to work when corporate's constantly changing things and piling on extra tasks and making things way more difficult than they need to be. And then on top of that, not having the answers to why we don't have products in that we're supposed to have or when we're gonna even get them back in stock is... Like, I'm one of those people where I have to have an answer for everything. But the fact that every day people will come and be like, hey, I need this product, but this product hasn't been in for weeks. When are you going to get it in? I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you, because half the time we don't even get what we're supposed to get in. And then half the time, the stuff that we do get in is a ridiculous amount of product. Like, for example, like towards the end that I was there, every week we were getting boxes and boxes and boxes of Bioterra products to the point where our shelves were fully stocked, but so was our back room. Like, it was pretty much... a lot of it was Bioterra. Like, it was shelves and shelves of it, to the point where we didn't have room for anything else. And their excuse was, oh, in the system it says everyone didn't have any. Then fix the system. Like, it's not that difficult. Fix the system, or just stop sending out this insane amount of product when it just doesn't make sense. Like, you can't go and fill this order every single month, like every single week, and send an insane amount of this brand out and then still just accept the fact that nobody has any? No. And then the other bit of the stuff that we did get in was probably busted in transit. Like, I'm serious. There would be times we would open up boxes and there would be gel everywhere, developer, shampoo, conditioner, all over the inside of the box. And we had to clean every individual product to get the gel or whatever off. Imagine what it's like having to deal with exploded 40 volume developer. Yeah, your hands start itching after a while because the peroxide in it is 12% peroxide, so it's like already like irritating your skin. And that was a weekly basis for us. Sometimes we would even find the boxes that had the busted product all the way down at the bottom. So it had been sitting there for a few days because the maybe 4 of us that worked there, was expected to unpack like 60-something boxes a week. So by the time we like got that, sometimes the developer was already, or the product was already seeping through the box. And one time the developer ate through the box and like totally messed up the floor that it was under. And it was our responsibility to handle it. Another part of the job was we would have to pull products forward so the shelves would look fuller. But that's fine. That's fine. It's what we would find behind the products that we pull forward. Like, especially in our high theft aisle, there would be trash everywhere from where people would take the product and leave the boxes for us to clean up. And then Corp would be like, well, it's your responsibility to catch them. You can't say anything about it. You can't call them out. But you have to stop it. You have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, when the store's full of customers, you have to ring people out, answer questions. Are we supposed to duplicate ourselves to find people that are stealing products and try to stop it? No, because it's not, we can't do that. And we were also, when I started, the pay was $10 to $12 an hour. And then like November, we got a raise to 13. So they're asking part-time employees who aren't even getting paid a livable wage to manage the whole store, make it look presentable, and catch shoplifters. Oh, and there's no cameras. Yeah, we didn't get cameras until the end of the year. And by the time we got cameras, they weren't even used for what they should have been used for. They were used to babysit the employees. Literally, we were told it's for employee safety. So you're going to ignore the high theft aisle that thousands of dollars a year product gets stolen, but you're going to ignore that, but use it to babysit the part-time employees that you're barely paying much of anything? Yeah, because that makes sense. Like I said, when I started in October 2021, the pay scale pretty much was like $10 to $12 an hour for new employees. And because I had cosmetology experience, I got the $12 an hour, which, sure, that's fine. And then March of 2022, when our reevaluations came out, is when they did our like pay raises and stuff. I got 24 cents. $12.24. Minimum. It's basically minimum wage now these days. Not gonna lie, I'm not trying to sound greedy or anything, but $12.24 doesn't get you much of anything now in these days. Doesn't even pay the rent. But a little bit later, they decided to start the Certified Color Consultant program, which that's awesome. Like, it's just one extra person that's already in the store that just has a little bit more knowledge of like how color works and stuff like that. Well, that was my job. Yeah, so when like each store had a certain amount of time, they had to pick out their color consultant. They had to at least have like open availability, and pretty much that was that was pretty much it. But their responsibility was to answer color and lighting questions in the aisle, be there when the manager wasn't there so that there would be somebody knowledgeable in the store at all times, but also answer other employees' questions about stuff like that. But you didn't get a pay raise. Like, there was nothing special for the fact that you were certified. But I took the position because it was pretty much what I was doing already. And it was a new program, so things would change. Right? Wrong. it was a constant waiting game to finally find out when's the certification gonna happen, when's this gonna happen, like, because I felt like I was like sitting on something, like this big secret, when in all actuality, yeah, I may have had the title, but I felt guilty saying certified when the certification process hadn't even happened yet. But they were more excited about, ooh, let's send out lanyards. Let's send out like little note cards welcoming you to the team as a certified color consultant. Where's the training? Where's the certification? So yeah, it was the end of July 2022 when I got my lanyard that says certified color consultant and this little fancy rainbow thing. Yeah, cool, whatever. And then July 18th, I got this note card that's like welcoming to the team. Still nothing about the certification. Finally got access to it at the end of July. So yeah, found out about like March, April. Finally something being done about it in July. Why announce something when you're not going to do anything with it for a few months? Like I said, it was the end of July 2022 when they finally released the trainings. It was split out into like 5 sections, and then the test, the certification test. Those trainings were so short. And then considering the fact that like I had already at least gone through basics in cosmetology school, I already understood ratios and stuff like that. So it's like I kind of sped through it, honestly. And then the next day took my test, which passed on the first try. It's because like I had been doing this job for like the last 8-9 months, so like nothing really was changing. And neither was the information. It was just, oh, now I'm certified. I feel like I have to keep like emphasizing I love the job. Like, I love being able to spout this information left and right. But the company was driving me insane. Like, my poor manager, like, while we were waiting, it was, like, every week, it was like, did you hear anything? Because they had trainings and stuff, like, for the managers. But who cares about the certified color consultants? And the certified color consultants were supposed to have their own trainings and stuff. That only happened once. Yeah, the whole time I was the certified color consultant, which was technically for about a year, one training. That was it. So, in my opinion, my issues with the company kind of hit its peak in about November when the base pay was increased to $13 an hour. Yeah, sure, that's nice. Extra, it was like 76 cents for me. But I had been there for about a year at that point, and I was making the same amount as the brand new employees. Yeah, no caveat for the people that had been there for a while. Who cares? No like difference for experience and how long you've been there. No, you're stuck on the same level as people that have been there for 5 days. So we were like, all right, it'll be fine. We still got reevaluations in March because usually March is when we would get our pay raises. Like, surely they'll give us a little something extra to help make up for the fact that we've been here for a while and we bust our butts for them. Great, $20 an hour, but it was like we were being taken advantage of. Because it was like, you need to do this, this, and this, and this. You got to do it this way. Like, we get it. And we're trying our best, but you're driving us insane. And yet, it was kind of like we got slapped across the face and was like, screw you. Who cares? Yeah, so March rolled around and it was another slap in the face. Yeah, we got reevaluated and did all that stuff. But they counted that as our pay raise for the year. And it was like, we're not giving you any more. And it got to the point where we were like, we don't get paid enough for all the stuff that we deal with. Like, it's getting to the point it's not worth it. And my manager even talked to her boss. It was like, hey, these girls, my employees, deserve to be paid more than this. Like, and she was told no. Every time she tried to say something to her boss, she was told no. Now, this is a company that on a yearly basis makes like $2.3 billion a year with a profit margin of 55%. So yeah, it's like $1 billion something, and they've got stores all over the US and Puerto Rico and stuff like that. But they can't afford to pay their employees a livable wage? Yeah, our store was making a little over $500,000 a year, which is really good for our area, and the fact that we knew our shit. We still know our shit. But who cares? Why do they care? They don't. It was $13 an hour. You gotta make it work. You can only have a certain amount of hours for the store. So for a while, I was working full time. But it felt like everyone else's hours were kind of suffering. So when I went back down to part-time, we all were consistently making about 20 hours to 25 hours a week. But who cares if your employees aren't being able to pay their bills by themselves? Who cares if your employees have families relying on them at home? Obviously not Sally's. And then on top of that, their prices kept going higher and higher and higher. And the customers were complaining about why is everything getting so expensive. The answer we were told to give them is because ingredients are getting more expensive now in these days, so we have to increase prices for it. Whoop-de-doo. Customers don't care about that. They care about how it's affecting them. It's the same product, but they have to pay like an additional amount of money for it. Like, I get it because of inflation, but these prices were surpassing the percentage of inflation. So it was getting to the point where Sally's was getting greedy, but they didn't care about their employees. And then it got to the point where they started bringing in all these extra products that you could literally go almost next door and buy at Walmart for cheaper. Oh, I'm serious. I am serious. Like, we started bringing Aussie in, OGX, even Tresemme. Like, are you kidding me? Sally's is supposed to be this go-to place for people who aren't licensed to be able to get salon quality products. Not something that they can get at Walmart, to like right next door almost, for a little bit cheaper. And then lately, last time I went to Walmart, I'm starting to see more and more products that Sally's carries. Walmart does too. Nobody's not gonna want to go to Sally's and pay an exorbitant amount of money for something they can get cheaper at Walmart. That's the same thing. It was like their Soapbox brand. Yeah, that brand's good. It was like cruelty free and everything like that. But Soapbox, Raw Sugar, and Shea Moisture are at Walmart too. Like, how can you expect your customers to pay these prices when they can get it cheaper somewhere else? Like, these aren't salon quality products. They're literally drugstore products. Like, people get mad. I was like, oh, Walmart's selling, like, these high-end salon products or something else. No, these are legit, like, drugstore products at another store that Sally's is like charging so much more for. Make it make sense. I swear I'm not hating on these products, like I legit use them myself. But the more Sally's brings in these products, the less unique and special this company is. Because basically, you're competing with Walmart now. I always thought Sally's was something totally different. Like, you get salon quality products. You can actually get hair color that doesn't have a bunch of funky chemicals in it. But now they're carrying the same products as Walmart? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, on April 18th, I may have been a little much, I'm not gonna lie, because I had found out on the 5th I was pregnant. But I reached my limit, so I quit. Like, I was getting tired of feeling like I was being micromanaged by somebody that I had met twice in the whole year and a half that I had worked at Sally's, underpaid for my knowledge and experience, and overworked. So I quit. Since leaving, I have found out from my former coworkers that the store pretty much fell apart after I left. The prices continued to increase. The truck shipments were barely enough to fill the shelves. And my former manager was put under so much stress that she was getting sick to her stomach on a daily basis. So, and it's not a problem with the store, it's the fact that her boss legit was stressing her out to the point where she was getting sick. No job is worth your mental and physical health. No job should be making you sick on a daily basis. Like, it's messed up. So she put in her 2 weeks notice. But her boss didn't bother reading the email until her 2 weeks were about up. And then when my other two co-workers decided they were ready to leave, which was shortly after our manager left, the same upper management that ignored my boss's 2 weeks notice told one of my friends, "Can't this wait till tomorrow?" Like, I'm sorry, honey, but this has been an ongoing issue for months, and you blatantly ignored it. You should have realized you screwed up when our boss was contacting you, asking you to give us all pay raises, because everything we had to do and put up with was not worth $13 an hour. But she said no, she couldn't give us raises. So now she's scrambling to fully staff that store because everyone quit. So after some soul searching the last few months, this is going to be my full-time job now. Because I love helping people and I want to keep teaching people how to do their own hair. But I'm also going to be going into more info about what I've learned about all things prenatal beauty. I've also want to bring you guys along with me during this pregnancy and beyond, including some more get ready with me's and even some crazy cravings I've had. Trust me, I've gotten really creative with my snacks this pregnancy. Anything else you want to see or know about, questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. But I think that's it for now. I know this was a long one, but this video was a long time coming. Kind of feels good to get off my chest. But if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you have a beautiful day.